Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Bri, and today we are specifically doing a video for those of you who are in no communication or a separation phase. So as you guys can probably tell, especially if you watch a lot of tarot YouTube, there are a lot of different scenarios that people are in. People are at different points in the journey, and this reading is specifically for those of you who are either in no communication with your person, you have very little, very distant communication with them, or you're separated for some reason. This is for those of you who know you're going to reconnect with this person. You definitely feel that coming. So that's kind of who this video is aimed for. Now, if you are in that predicament, I want you to know that there is a very specific reason as to why that's happening, okay? And yes, it does have to do with the other person, but there is something going on with you, and likely you were separated from that person in order to recognize something in yourself, to realize something in yourself, and to change something in your life. So I really want to help people figure out what that thing is for them, what's holding them back, what their blockages, what their fears are. So let's go ahead and let's do this reading and let's see if we can get an idea of what's going on right now. Of course, as always, if you aren't already, please do make sure that you are subscribed before you go. Also, down below, you will find links for my March 2019 love readings by sign, as well as info for my private readings, my private coaching group, Rising Community, and my tarot application if you want mentorship. All right, guys, so let's see what's going on for those of you in no communication. All right, so the overall energy, we have the Two of Wands. How you are thinking, we have the Ten of Cups. How you are feeling, we have the Five of Cups. How you feel about the connection, we have the Eight of Cups. And the challenge for you in this current cycle is going to be the Wheel of Fortune. Now, for your person, their overall, we have the Queen of Cups. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign. It could be a Pisces, a Scorpio, or a Cancer. How they're thinking about you, we have the Knight of Swords. How they feel about you, we have the Eight of Wands. How they feel about the connection, we have the Knight of Wands. And their challenge for this cycle is going to be the Ace of Coins. Okay, so bottom of the deck here, we've got the Ten of Swords. Now, if you saw my Feminine Friday video, this also came out as the bottom of the deck energy, and that is because we are getting to this point where a really, really big cycle, and I mean like a 7 to 8 year cycle in each of your lives is ending, okay? This is ending a situation within your life, but most likely it's ending a thought process, a belief, a pattern that you've been in, and now you're both going to be able to move forward, living life in a way that is more authentic to each of you. You probably feel that something good is going to happen. You feel a weight being lifted off your shoulder. You feel this obligation being taken off of you, and that's very, very, very intentional. Okay, now, where this person is at overall, they have the Queen of Cups. Okay, so they are actually spending a lot of time getting to know themselves emotionally, number one, but two, honoring those emotions that they feel. Okay, so this person may have been stuck in a situation, in a cycle of their life where there wasn't a lot of room for their emotions. It required more logic. It required more action. It required, you know, them to do things that weren't necessarily what they wanted to do. They may have provided them with a lot of benefit. It may have provided them with a lot of stability in their life. It may have provided them with many, many, many great fortunes, but it likely wasn't something that resonated with their heart and their feelings and their emotions. And now they're in a place where they actually can analyze that and honor that. So I feel like this is a very freeing thing for this person, and the way that they're feeling about you now that they're in that point of, they're in that space, or they're at that point, is we have the Knight of Swords. Okay. Now they're ready to come towards you. And a lot of you may have, felt this from them, or like I said, maybe some of you have been in very like limited surface level communication with them. But what I like genuinely feel is that, or generally feel rather, is that this is their heart opening up a little bit. This is them trying to, test the water, trying to see, what sticks, what works, trying to see, where you're at emotionally. Now, for a lot of you, you're in a really, really, really good place. Okay, you're in a good place. And if you're not there yet, you're getting there. You're gonna be there. Okay. We have the Two of Wands as your overall energy. So you're looking towards the future. In the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, there's a person and they're looking off, into the waters. And that's kind of where you're at right now. It's like looking at all the possibilities, looking at everything that life can give you right now. A lot of you may have been in a cycle or a situation that is now coming to a close, is now ending, is now wrapping up. And now it's time for you to pick, like, what life do I want to live now? Where do I want to go now? What do I want to do now? Some of you may be in the process of leaving jobs. Some of you may be in the process of moving from one place to another. Some of you may be in the process of just making a whole big life transition, or you're getting the nudge or the feeling that you need to make this new big transition. And it's going to be a transition into something that you actually want to be in, something that you're actually passionate about. You may be like looking into and researching new careers or new opportunities or a new place you want to move to. And that ability to do that, or aiming your focus that way, is making you very, very happy. Okay, it's making you very, very happy. Life is starting to look the way you want it to look. Life is starting to work in the direction that you want it to go in. And this is from your own doing. This is a pathway that's opening because your perception is opening to it, because your mind's opening to it, because you know that it's possible, and you're more consciously creating your life, more consciously creating your destiny. And that's what's going on with this person too, is before they may have been doing what they thought they had to do, or doing what everyone else was doing, or doing what was the normal. And now they've realized that they don't want to do that anymore. So for a lot of you, this person with the Eight of Wands and how they feel about you, a lot of them are going to start opening up and talking to you about that. They may have been blocked off from that for a period of time. They may have, they may not have been communicating with you about what they really wanted, but now they are going to start communicating with you about what they want. Okay? And this is because they're more in touch with their emotions. They're more in tune with what's going on with them. Whereas prior they weren't. And maybe when you initially met this person, that was the initiation. That was the start where this person started to realize, wow, I'm really not living my life authentically. I'm really not doing what I want to do. They may have gotten so off track and so far off from where they wanted to be. And then it's like when they met you, they were like, no, I'm really far off from where I want to be. Okay? Now, the way that they're feeling about the connection, they have the Knight of Wands. So I feel like they are passionate about this, okay? Like they really want to be with you. They really want this to work out. They really want things to happen. But the Knight of Wands is like an immature energy. They may not be in a position, which makes a lot of sense with the Ace of Coins being here in their challenge. They may not be in a position to ground this down yet, okay? The challenge here is the Ace of Coins. So this person may not have the resources, may not have the structures in place in their life to ground this connection down and take this passion and make it realistic. Does that change the way they feel about you? No. They just know and they just understand that they're not where they need to be. And for some of them, that's a hard thing to communicate. To communicate that you're not competent enough or you're not prepared or you don't have what you need to have is, you know, that's really hard for someone to say. So for you, the way that you're feeling, you have the Five of Cups here. So you may know and you know that there's good energy, good vibes between the two of you, but you also know that, or you may be coming to know that this just may not be the time, right? Like they may not have themselves in order, and that's okay. But that might be disappointing. You may have hoped, okay, by now, you know, I thought we'd be working down this road. Or, you know, you may have things in your life that you want to do and you're like, oh, you know, I really thought we'd be doing this together. I thought that this would be happening, you know, at this time. So that's the thing, is that your expectations might not be matching up with reality. So the way that you're feeling about the connection is the Eight of Cups. You know, you're letting it go. You're giving it over to divine timing. Just letting what's meant to happen when it's supposed to happen. Giving things to Spirit for God to work out. Knowing that God's speed is perfect and His plan is perfect and everything that He does is perfect and it's going to happen at the right time, at the right place, when everything's in order. And if you're pushing, if you're rushing, if you're forcing things, they're not going to work out the way that they're intended to go. And then you'll feel like this again. So for you, the challenge is the Wheel of Fortune. Letting things happen at the right time. Letting things happen when they're supposed to happen. Trusting the universe. Okay? So let's pull one oracle card here for the connection. Okay, there it is. So the card that comes out is Passion. So allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So what I feel is that with the Five of Cups here, you know, a lot of you may be holding yourself back from enjoying life. You may not be enjoying life at a level 10. And maybe that has something to do with this person and vice versa. Maybe this person isn't enjoying life at a level 10 either. And maybe that has something to do with you. And even if you can't enjoy life together, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be living a life of passion, that you shouldn't be living the life that you want to live. Okay? And that's what I talked about in my previous video, you know, is if there's something that you want to do do it. If there's something that your heart is pulling you towards, go for it, because that is a roadmap to everything you're supposed to have in life. But I get it. You know, a lot of people are held back by their insecurities and their doubts and their fears. But that's what's going to help you to break through this cycle so that you're not sitting here longer than you have to. So in the extended, we're going to look at what to do, what the action steps are. We're going to look at the outcome. We're going to pull messages to and from one another. We'll clarify any messages, and we'll make sure that everything is nice and clear so you know exactly how to proceed in this cycle so that you don't get stuck here. All right. This year, this is the real new year. Okay, you guys, this is the real start of the year, and you want to make sure that you're actively progressing through the cycles. Okay, so you're not getting stuck, so you don't have to experience things over and over and over again. Okay. So if you want to keep up with the cycles on a day-to-day basis, so you know that you're hitting the objectives on a day-to-day basis, you're going to want to check out Rising Community, where I do daily readings. Or if you want to work with me privately to work through your internal blocks, to work through those underlying issues, because it has nothing to do with the surface level connection. It's all about what's deeper. And I'm going to start transitioning my channel to talking about that. That's why the readings are kind of going towards Rising Community more. And I want to use my channel more for getting the messages out there for how to really, really work through your issues. All right. So that's what's coming to Bri Rising over the next few months. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you have found this really helpful, informative, motivating, and I will see you guys over in the extended. Bye.